Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1969 Olympia SM9 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Western Germany and considered one of the best typewriters of all time, along with the other SM series of Olympia, made in Western Germany, also known as the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters. And this specific machine has some pretty cool font, so keep watching to check the font once I get the print sample out. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 75, and this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, gets it back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, just flip that switch forward. It skips 1.5, one more, it skips 2. Very good. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line and switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the orange indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red when you have it in the middle. It doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. It's absolutely beautiful. Surprisingly light touch with a heavy, strong, powerful feel to it, so it makes you feel stronger than you are. And the print is modern pica number 67. Beautiful print. Perfect alignment, just like most Olympias are. 10 characters per inch. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. You flip it forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. I'm going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. Shift on each side and shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit the MR button. It does allow you to go all the way to the end. Very good. This is your touch control. From the minus sign is low to high, and the higher you go, the more tension there is. When you hit the keys, you do have to hit them harder for them to print, but they respond faster. The lower you go, you don't have to hit them as hard to print. So you just want to play with that to gauge what your preference is as far as touch and control goes. This is your backspace, very smooth. Tab above that. Difference between the SM8 and the SM9 is the tab set is on the keyboard on the SM9, and the tab set on the SM8 is manually set behind the carriage. So right now we have one tab set in the middle. To clear that one specific tab, hit the clear button. Now we don't have any, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle, so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. By hitting that tab button or the set button on the right side of the space bar. And there's also an alt tab clear on the right side that the SM8 also does not have. This is your alt tab clear. This will clear all the tabs set, not just one specific tab. So now we are clear of all tabs again. So we're going to set one again by hitting that set button, and we're going to test that. Very good. We already did the backspace, and the carriage lock is on the top right. We're going to flip that up and lock the carriage in the middle. That protects the internal components when you have it in the case. It also locks the keys and not the shift on this model, just the keys and the carriage. To unlock it, just flip it down. Open the hood like a car hood. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. If you want to switch that direction, there's a little switch behind either side, but the side you want it to go to, you just flip the switch like that towards the middle. It'll pull to that side, and that's the automatic reverse. When you get to the end of the ribbon, there's a little eyelet, a little metal piece that catches on that, and it will catch on that to pull to that side, and it will do that indefinitely over and over until the ribbon is dry. And that's the side we want to pull to right now, the right side. You can manually do it or it does it automatically. And if it's not doing it automatically, you could tie a knot on the end and help pull that little switch. Carriage release on both sides, super smooth. Absolute luxury typewriter. This is your paper support arm that flips up like a switchblade, and this is your paper release. We already showed you that. On the left side, carriage release as well. The SM8 usually does not have one on the left side. They only have one on the right side. And if you pull out the knob, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. Let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space, and the same concept if you move the line space selector all the way back, it disables the spacing. Flip it to the 1, 2, and 3, you get those clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space, and that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.